The game that broke my heart, good God, the Baltimore Ravens on the road against the Buffalo Bills. And let me start by saying this, man. Lamar Jackson, you have to be better. There is no there is no debating it. I know there are praises coming down the line in this, but the early turnovers, you can't have those. The nonsensical turnovers, you can't have those. Not finishing in the red zone. Like there's so many things that happen in that first half. While I do want to blame Mark Andrews for it all, and that would be the easiest thing to do as the quarterback, the guy that touches the ball 99% of the time on the offensive side, you are responsible for what happens, especially when the turnovers are yours. The interception, yeah, they didn't score off of it, but they flipped the field. Now you're playing a field position game in a bad weather situation. That loses you the ball game. The fumble, dog, you got to know when to you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Fold it. Go down. It was second down. Live to play another down. You possibly have a chance at a field goal. Possibly have a chance at points there. Like you see the minor things, and you lost by 2 points. You don't think that 3 points earlier in the game, if you just take a sack right there, could have helped you. And these are the things where I'm like, I cannot give him a pass for that. I want to be fair to Lamar. I want it bad for Lamar. I'm a fan of that brother, and I want him to get to the top of the mountain. But you have to just know when it's not time to be Superman, and just take what the defense is giving you. Now on the flip side, credit to Buffalo, because Joe Brady and Josh Allen, those two have synchronized, and they have figured out a way to take care of the football. They play their game tight to the vest. There were no deep shots. There was nothing special about what Buffalo did in that game in terms of like wow plays, but there are a lot of just knowing time and place and how to play situational football. And like I said, kudos to Joe Brady, because if you know about his story and what initially happened to him at the start of his NFL career, it's great to see him get that second opportunity and not only take advantage of it, brother, he's shooting to the moon. And he's a guy that you got to look at in terms of, oh, it may be time to start talking about him as far as a head coach. But I think he probably has one more season before that happens. But credit to Buffalo and how they systematically demoralize teams with straight up precision. Right? It's a beautiful game of football to watch if you're a true fan of the game.
Man, yeah, you're right. You're right. Just to bring it back to Lamar, I'm not gonna fully fault Lamar because he did bounce back second half. The first half turnovers, yes, that was disgusting. That was very disgusting. There was an old tweet. I remember. I think you add. I couldn't find it at all, man. But I know you remember when Ramirez compared Lamar to Dakota Prescott, or dark skinned Dakota Prescott. And I was like, dang, why is he right? No. I was like, I don't want to say he's right. Dang it, man. Like, come on, Lamar. I hate when he has an MVP season. And then the divisional round, it just goes all the way. Just like Thanos, just snap his fingers. It's just gone. Just um yeah, Lamar, brother, come on, man. I'm still with you. I'm still with you. You gonna get there. You gonna get to the promised land. I promise you. It's gonna. I can see it. I don't know how you gonna get there, but I mean, we'll talk about how you gonna get there. We'll talk about that later. But second half, yeah, that's all Mark Andrews on that, brother. I don't know what he's trying to do, bro. You a tight end, bro. Why you trying to juke? Why you pressing the right analog stick? Why you not pressing spread
Dude,
to slide down, bro?
I don't understand the situational awareness of a team that's won so many games. And I don't know who I put the blame on for this, because somebody has to be held accountable for this. Because there's too many times where this team gets to the playoffs and they lose their fucking minds. When all you have to do is get down. Mark Andrews, not only that, not only could you have gotten down, like I understand the footing was bad. So there's a still shot where it was like he could have just stuck his foot in the grass and cut up the field. I understand the footing's not great, so he probably couldn't do that. But brother, hey, cover that thing and drop. Just drop. Because if you go score on that drive, another potential scoring drive, you wasted. And then a 2 point conversion, which is that explains itself. I don't have to even explain that one. But this is where I'll give Lamar credit. Lamar Jackson looked like the MVP version of himself in that second half. That last drive drove it 90 yards. That's the part that sickens me is that you did all of that in terrible weather with no Rashad Bateman had went out at this point, and Zay Flowers didn't play the entire game. So this is Tyler. This is Tylan Wallace, Nelson Aguilar, and who's I couldn't name you the third receiver. I couldn't name you another receiver at that point, and Isaiah Likely. Because at this point, Mark Andrews is well, Mark Andrews still played a factor into that, but still, like he looked calm. That's the best I've ever seen him look in these type of scenarios, regular season or postseason. And to have that pass drop, bro, I fell to the floor. I fell to the ground. His it's like I called the Holy Spirit, bro. It took over and I just fell to the ground. I couldn't do nothing but just like I was in shock. How do you look? We understand how it happens. Mistakes happen in games, but it's just in that moment, bro. Like I can't understand for a team that makes so many mistakes that they were able to battle through it. And I got to give credit to them for being able to battle through that. But they do it to themselves every year. This is on you. You lost that game because of you. Because even still, Buffalo had enough time to go drive the ball down the field, and with how they operated, I have no issue thinking that Buffalo wouldn't have still won it in regulation. But just how many times you shoot yourself in the foot, bro? I don't know. I think it's about that time. It's about that time for people to start getting fired, man. That's the only thing I can think of.
And I like hardball. I do. But you ain't done nothing since 2012, brother. It's going on 13 years now, man. You had now two, maybe three MVP quarterback, three-time MVP quarterback here. And it's I feel all that I can really say is I feel for Lamar, Mark Andrews. I don't play, I'm just a fan. I don't play that sport, I don't play. We never played the snap on a professional level like that. So I mean, I don't know how it can be, playing in that cold. It shouldn't have got to that point, honestly. I don't know why you didn't just go for Derrick Henry. If that's going for two, I'm sorry. I mean, I would have went for Derrick Henry. I think he was rested on that drive. Full speed, Derrick Henry, Snow. I'm pretty sure the boys did not want to try to tackle that. That's just me. I would have went for Derrick Henry on that point, that 2 point conversion, instead of just throwing it. Or, hey, build up the O line, stack up the O line, have Lamar run it in.
I don't know, man. With those boards, there is no real. I don't have an answer for it. I don't have the answer. I think the players are good enough that they're in the building. I think you're good enough. I don't think there's any other piece you're gonna add all of a sudden that's gonna make that helps you win that particular game. You have to play better. I think that's what it simply boils down to. And I mean, getting to this part of the season and folding up like that, bro. I don't know, man. It's tough. That's tough to watch, man. But it is what it is, bro. But